was reading about whether the question of whether or not the men of Sodom and Gomorrah would be resurrected.
Okay.
Have you ever heard about that?
It's been a long time. I just have thought about it, but
Okay. Well, it's historically they went back and forth on they would be, they wouldn't be, they would be, they wouldn't be, they would be, they wouldn't be, about
okay.
5 times.
hmm
So, do you know which time they were really teaching Bible truth?
No, I can have somebody call you though.
Well, I was just
I think
wondering
that
what
might.
you thought about it.
I actually don't think that much about it. I think that Jehovah's the one that's going to decide that, and I'm willing to leave it up in his hands.
Well, that's not
So,
what their spiritual food from Jehovah says. It doesn't say it's in his hands. It says they were very dogmatic about it. You know what I mean? Like, and Russell said new light couldn't contradict itself. He said that's not new light. New light never extinguishes older light, but adds to it.
okay.
I think that's kind of
Would you like?
interesting. His definition about new light.
Yeah. Would you like me to have somebody call you back?
No, I just wondered what your thought was.
Yes. Like you said, I'm just willing to let Jehovah determine that.
Well, I
In his
didn't
own
mean
time.
your thought on who will be resurrected, but what they have taught as spiritual food from Jehovah. I mean, all these
hmm
different times, and they taught people it was the truth.
hmm Um, I just believe that the light keeps getting brighter and brighter. And I'm, again, same thing. I'm just willing to leave it in Jehovah's hands, trust in him, and he'll bring out the truth in the end. So,
So, do they have a new philosophy about new light different than what Russell said?
oh, yeah, that's been
They do.
updated several times.
Oh, I see. So they got new light on what new light is because he definitely limited to revealing like more details about something, which kind of makes sense, you know. And he said a new view of truth can never contradict a former truth. He said that's like me, that indicates the ideas were just human ideas. He said
Yeah, there's a lot of things that have changed. The understanding has changed as
the
the time
teaching,
has gotten.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So they taught a lot of wrong stuff, didn't they?
I think a lot of people do.
No, a lot of people don't say they're the only channel of truth on earth. That's why they have a higher accountability, you know.
Okay, would you like me to have somebody call you? I don't actually. I'm visiting, so I can have somebody contact you if you'd like.
No problem. I just thanks for your thoughts.
You just
All right,
left a
God bless.
message at the Kingdom Hall Journal
Yeah,
offices
yeah, I'd love to
in
discuss it with you.
in Utah. Are you from Arizona? Is that
Yeah,
where you're at?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we wouldn't be interested. I mean, we know that you have your own opinions, but we really wouldn't be interested, and really don't appreciate just some random phone call.
Oh, I see.
But it's okay. No worries. But we got your message.
Uh-huh.
We understand that you have your own beliefs, and that's nice.
You think the message was just my belief? Could you discuss it with me?
No.
You could imitate Jesus because he refuted Satan.
Right. But also he was positive. But
He was positive?
Right?
Okay, well, say something positive then. But Jesus didn't unplug his ears to what Satan said, did he?
Well, didn't I just say something positive about thank you, appreciate it? We
No,
understand
Jesus responded to what Satan said. So that's a very strange talk about imitate Jesus. So you have an opportunity here to respond to that just very short message. Can you help me with that?
Respond to that message?
Yeah.
No, I was just wanting to call and say, please don't send us any more of your messages.
Oh, well, please don't come to my door.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's
Well,
a
that's
little more
fine. So,
invasive than a 30-second message, isn't it?
well, and if you don't want anybody calling at your home in
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, that's next
Mm-hmm.
time the witnesses come to your door. It's something as simple as saying, take me off your territory or take me off your list, and we'd be happy to do that because we don't want to create any negativity with the community. So,
Mm.
and that's completely fine. That's something that you can do. That's within your right. So,
I can put your number
we
on my.
respect that.
I have a do not call list also.
Oh
But
yeah, if you
but
could just add us to that, that'd be lovely.
sure, I will.
Thank you.
Okay, God bless
It's
you.
nice talking to you. Yes, ma'am.
I
Have a
hope
good
you
day.
enjoyed the message. God bless.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi, I got your number at the Kingdom Hall. My name is Christine. I just had a quick question. I was wondering if someone could help me with.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, do you have a minute?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, I was reading on the JW website, the frequently asked questions. Did you ever hear of
Mm-hmm.
those? Did you see those?
Okay, you broke up on me. What you say now?
They're called the frequently asked questions, FAQ. Did you ever see
Uh
those?
huh.
Well,
Uh huh.
this is an interesting sentence right here. The question is, do Jehovah's Witnesses have clergy? And it says that following the model of first century Christianity, Jehovah's Witnesses have no clergy laity division.
Okay.
But in court cases, they have actually claimed what's called clergy privilege for not reporting sexual abuse. So if you don't have a separate class or a division, how can you claim that special category when you're in court?
Well, it's kind of like internally we have no clergy or separate classes, but legally we have the right. Okay, legally we're protected by the government. Okay, so because there are certain things that is classified through the government that you are allowed as a religious institution, we accept those rights. But internally, we don't have that type of class, if
I,
that makes sense.
I don't think you should accept the rights if you don't admit that you do have a separate class. It's inconsistent. To me, it seems like they just, you want to say you're not like any other religion because you don't have clergy. But then when they're down, you know, down for the count in court, you know, with their feet to the
Right.
fire, they claim they didn't need to call the police on sex abusers. You know about all the court cases involving sexual abuse, right?
Yes, I'm fairly aware of those.
Yeah.
Um, Here's the thing: we try to follow as closely as we can the first century Christians. There are some things that they accepted legally wise. They use the the political or the governmental officials, for instance, to protect them. Here's an example: we use the government for protection, firefighters, police officers. But as Jehovah's Witnesses, the majority, if not all, we're not policemen. So we don't that don't mean that we don't respect and the police officers, but we won't become policemen or in the
Yeah, I
military.
think I think they do a lot of things like that. Like you accept the protection of the military, and Jehovah's Witnesses that were in concentration camps accepted them when soldiers came to free them. You accept
Right?
blood fractions but don't give blood. So I think yeah, you all accept many benefits without helping, in any of those areas. But did you watch the Australia Royal Commission on child sexual abuse?
I haven't. I haven't.
Oh, it's very interesting. I mean, you could at least see the testimony of your governing body. There's nothing sinful about watching the governing body, is there?
Right. I understand.
Yeah.
But now, because of the time constraint that I'm in at this point, uh, here's what you can do. For more information and questions, there is a site on jw.org, and you can actually put those questions in print, and you can ask. You can, ask for the answers to those questions from the branch.
It's a well-known fact of researchers know about, that the only things they have on child sexual abuse cases on the website or in the online library have to do with Roman Catholics, and their court cases and investigations, payouts, big money payouts in those cases are not on the website. So just wondering, why do they have so many Catholic articles? They're trusting the media, and then otherwise they say, well, anything that's reported about them is untrue or whatever. It just seems very
Yeah.
odd to me.
Well, that's understandable, and everybody have their right to believe or accept what they chose.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
in your case,
discussing
you
the
choose
freedom of religion. I'm discussing the disingenuous deception of putting Roman Catholic articles. There's quite a few you should look, and none about their legitimate and true court cases that they have lost, paid out, the Australia Royal Commission. They should publish Jeffrey Jackson's whole transcript of what he said there. Aren't they proud of him? Or why don't they want you to know about what he said? And here you are, and you haven't even seen it. This is shocking to me, because if that happened in my church, I'd be very interested in seeing it. You know?
Right. Well, I understand what you're saying, and I respect your view. Okay.
Why haven't you seen it?
Why haven't I seen it?
Yeah.
Because it really doesn't interest me at
It
this
doesn't
point.
interest you what the governing body, the only channel of truth on earth, says in court under oath? That doesn't interest you? Why?
Because my belief and my faith goes much deeper than the government.
No,
body.
your faith is very shallow if you won't watch that. It concerns
well,
child sexual abuse. Are you interested in that?
No, I'm very much interested in that,
Yeah.
but this is where our conversation stops. Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks for talking.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye now.
Okay. Bye.